Queen, the fascist regime. Welcome to Dykes Mann episode. Like it, subscribe to it. Carl is just gonna doze off. I think he's took some of the Queen's drugs. Carl, you were supposed to assist the Queen with her suicide with those drugs, not take them yourself. They were strong tranquilizers. Greg Delaney, give us the exact amount to give the Queen. God bless her cotton socks.
I'm enough for a dragon. I was given enough for an adult dragon.
That's exactly what he was doing. So all the likes and subs, they're all done. Amen. God rest your soul, Queen Elizabeth. I can't wait for the next in line to take charge. Probably, what's his name? Charlie Boy, the one who's got a wife, looks like Sarah Jessica.
Yeah, Operation London Bridge. It's day 2. The successor is named.
Hell yeah, day 2. Yeah. Mofo.
I haven't watched a thing. I watched 5 seconds of it and turned it off. I know members of my family are pretty much gathered around the television waiting. You know, the newsreaders are in black ties already. It's not looking good.
Yeah, they're all there, man. It's like in hospital in general though. Anytime they call the family, it's like usually that's a sign of like it ain't gonna be long. Bye. Peace, Christina. What's going on?
We knew it was a good one when, like you said, all the dragons are flying around Balmoral now. They've flown up. Only takes, I think, about 30 minutes for a fully grown dragon to fly to Scotland from London.
Fully grown, well, yeah, but with the weather being as it is, I think it's like 40, 45 because obviously the flying conditions are not safe as well, and obviously they abide by the rules of obviously the UK airspace, which is fair. You know, I mean, even dragons got to respect certain rules. You know. But yeah, I literally I was listening to the radio earlier. LBC was on, and they were just talking about they were going live to Parliament, and then it went a bit quiet, and there was just notes apparently being handed around Parliament today, and people were just standing up and leaving. So this was obviously what it was. Good old Lizzie giving us a bank holiday. That'd be good.
Yeah, but I don't really pay attention to any of it. I think, you know, as she passes on to the next realm. She should feel guilty about financially and legally and structurally protecting rapist paedophiles for many years.
Well, yeah,
the main thing she thinks about.
I'm just waiting for when Philip died, it was just people saying, how can you talk about, like when someone says to me, you know, how can you make a joke about the Queen dying? It's going to be simple. I'll just say, well, what I'm doing, I'm thinking of the hundreds and hundreds of years of rape, pillaging, torture, plundering that her family have been complicit of, and I'm just going to put that into joke form. So there we go.
Not yet, allegedly, but we're expecting it to be tonight. So I will not be dressed from the waist down until it happens.
Yeah, it's the end is nigh, man. For
this, because it's in Scotland, it's called Operation Unicorn as well. I did that bit of reading today. So and then she'll have to travel by train, the body, or it's called Operation Overstudy if they fly. There's all these secret operations and stuff that will go on.
Secret, but not so secret because everyone knows.
Yeah, but there's probably plenty of other stuff we don't know about. You know, like. Some children are probably being fucked and sacrificed as we speak in order to wave in the new succession.
Yeah, and obviously trying to sustain life. I mean, she's probably hooked up to about 13 refugee children right now, right? All the blood just going into there right now. Yeah. She's probably got like the life source of just like vulnerable.
I think it's why the Clintons and largely the left wing are involved in such child sacrificing networks is because they want to be royal in a way.
We want to be royal. I mean, not just them, but the Hollywood elite as well. Definitely, like in there, right? They have to be. They have to be, brother.
Listen, good. Yeah, but good art comes out of it. Would you rather have safe people that have always been safe, or would you have Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction be released? I was thinking about this just before we came on. Would you rather Harvey Weinstein never got away with anything? Or would you rather Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction were released? I know what I'm choosing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with seeing some of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah,
you know? It's
sorry.
But yeah, he had his comeuppance, so right. You know, he had his day in court, and it didn't go his way. So you know,
we got the good movies. He eventually goes to prison.
So it's a win-win, you know. The victims get
Win-win.
their justice, and we get to see some amazing cinema. So it's great, you know. She's not dead yet. Well, I don't know. I
No,
mean, has she
I think
been
it's
dead?
going to be. I think it's going to
Probably.
be in the next 12 hours or so. I would think, Napa. I think, given that all the children have gone there, the newsreaders are in black tie. Everyone fucking knows what's going on. They say she's being overlooked by medical staff means that
She's
pieces of her
high.
brain are falling out of her nose and her pussy's dried up. You know,
Yeah.
it's all gone. It's all
She's
gone wrong.
probably on some phenomenal pain meds, right? She's probably hooked up to like some serious drugs.
Is this someone you know looking for us for news?
Yeah. Well, you know,
Yeah.
we are the official royal correspondents, right? So
Yeah, we have an update, and the children that have been shipped up there to give immediate unsolicited blood transfusions are still alive. So I think while they're alive, she's probably alive.
she's
I
got to
think
be alive.
immediately, yeah, on the
Yeah.
Queen of Dragon's death, immediately, I think they're
Mm.
stamped into the floor and mushed down the drain.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I mean, because in the news the other week they were saying, obviously she was jumping on her horse and riding around. I think that's just like a metaphor. She flew in her natural form. You know, just say
Do
it
you
for
think?
what it
Do
is. You know.
you think she ever fucked a horse?
Yes. Well, I think she got fucked by a horse. I don't think she
Yeah,
fucked the
that's what I
horse.
mean. Do you think they ever lowered one onto a bed on some
Yes.
apparatus and like you
Yes.
know
Yeah.
three men in red coats were killed during the making of
Yeah.
this film?
Completely agree. That's exactly what
Yeah.
happened as well. They lowered it down in some like really like in chains on like manual cranks because obviously they're suckers for old medieval rituals, yeah. So they would have had like big cranky machines to lower the horse down inside of her. That's
We're only
exactly
messing around, so I'm sorry if you feel emotional about it there, Rose. Definitely.
yeah.
I hope it's tomorrow then. I hope it's tomorrow, and then you might have the same things. We've got 6 hours. She'll probably hang in another 6 hours, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, you know, give it to 1 minute past midnight, and you know, it ain't your problem. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll keep it going for that extra minute.
Well, we can't have vigilante justice, William, can we? The world would go crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know, the world is fucking crazy. Why didn't you go and, you know, get us some flowers? You're good at that. Get us some flowers on the cheap. Take them at the
No,
Balmoral.
I did once poke my bare arse cheeks through the gates of Buckingham Palace once. I did do that when I was young and stupid.
And that's why she's yelling, "Fat Carl." Yeah. She hates you, Carl. She saw those big, beautiful arse cheeks and thought that's a set I will never have because he's too old for my Andrew to get his hands on. And
Yeah, they're probably good by then. I was probably about 20 years old
yeah, way too
at
old.
that point.
You're about half the life.
And on the same night, I was walking around with a 6-pack of beer cut into the lining of my coat. And on the same night, I think I walked to the Home Office and pissed up the front of the Home Office as well. I don't think you'd be able to do it now, but back then, you know, I think there was a little bit less security for whatever reason.
Nice, yeah. Here we go. I broke my shoulder outside Buckingham. You mean you were set upon by a couple of roided up, fucking coked up guards, and they like nudge you to the floor. I have no audio. Well, go and buy some.
If she hasn't got audio, Jamie, any idea who this bitch is? Oh,
You
you can hear me. I was WhatsApping you, but you can hear me.
what a fucking Scooby Doo.
Over and out.
No, I have no idea who Rose TD is, but you know, Rose TD and a beautiful dog and that little profile pic yours, amazing. Hi, thanks for stopping by. Please like, please subscribe. If you have a connection with the Queen, ask her to like and subscribe too. You know, it's the least she could do. What she got to lose? What does she have to lose?
Oh, there we go. There we go. I found the profile. Okay, so I think they're in the US. This person is in the US.
In the USA.
They're into conspiracy. They might be in the Chicago area, and they're into crystals. So there we go. I've just done some counterintelligence on Rose TD. I'm quick. I'm new fast.
You are. He is quick. Oh, he's a fast fuck, mind. He's a fast fucker. You know.
And I think I was itching. I think I did it with one hand and looked in a Facebook profile, and I was itching my balls with this hand. I was literally just itching on balls. Nothing related. Yeah. I'm dressed like a Jedi. I thought about putting this hood up as it came up. A little bit colder today, I have to say.
It is dropped, bro. It is dropped. I've been sat in a t-shirt all day. I think I wore a jumper for like 15 minutes, but it has dropped a bit though.
I've had this on for an hour. This is I'm still in shorts though, because I still
Yeah,
get sweaty around the old when
the
you
old feet.
bow.
Today's the first day in a long time I've actually wore socks all day. You know,
I still not. I wear them when I go out. If I go to the shop,
so,
I put socks on, and if not, I'm wandering around the house in barefoot. So yesterday I
it's
went out
weird.
briefly, socks on for 2 hours, back out.
Yeah, no rain or shine this time of the year. I just don't bother whatsoever. I just wear sandals or flip flops. I don't care. It's just too warm. I hate my feet being like sweaty. I don't mind. I can bear them being wet from like the rain, but when they got that like weird sweaty sticky feel goes through me. It's like it makes me want to go and kill a monarch.
I just get sweaty anyway. So if anything, it took me forever to realize that socks can make you a bit more sweaty.
Yeah,
Obviously jeans and a top, but yeah, I have to stay cool. If I've been moving around a lot, I still put the fan on for 10 minutes to de-sweat myself.
gonna be done.
Um,
100%. A fan is needed in here too because it does get quite warm in the fucking summer. But hey, it's nearly winter now. I don't need to think about fans and shit because this room's going to be like an ice box. So
so do you think that this Rose that's watching us, hang on, we'll do a banner for her. Do you think she searched for like the Queen and this came up on Facebook? That's the only thing I can think of.
possibly yeah, because a lot of
And
Americans
she thinks we're actually like a couple of news reporters.
yeah in the monarchy yeah. It's a weird relation yeah between like Australians and Americans. They are obsessed
We got
with our fucking royalty and we just don't care. Yeah, it could be the case. She could have just Googled it and just thought, oh look.
well, that's what I mean. So if I put this up on the screen, anything for the numbers, right?
Yeah.
And then you can see how serious we are. We're a couple of budding news reporters.
Yeah.
And
journalists, royal correspondents. We also report on the death of Princess Diana too. Not conspiracy, reporters. We do journalistic work.
Yeah, we need to get back into that a little bit another week. And there's plenty of other stuff.
This is a great day to have a podcast on for Dykes Mann, right? It's just a lot of.
Listen, when I was younger, I would have made more of a scene about it. But like, it's an old lady that's dying. But then again, an old lady. So why are any of us that upset when someone who's 96 dies?
96. It's like when her husband died last year. It's like he was old. He had a good day.
This one seemed to have most of her faculties together still. My grandparents stuff died in their 80s and they were mental. They were gone. They were just like eating pudding. Their brains were pudding. Everything was pudding.
Yeah. No, she's clued up, man, old Liz. She's switched on. So switched up, she managed to get her son off a paedophile charge. But, it's just good parenting. That's just good parenting.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Is all the money going to get reprinted?
Well, Charlie Boy will have his face. I don't know because
they'll have to, right?
Yeah,
it won't be instant, but they'd have to gradually like wheel it out. I'm sure.
Yeah, and they just done a lot of fresh notes. Yeah, 20s and 10s, 5s.
But the weird thing is I'm sure they've been preparing. I'm sure there's a folder on the Mint's computer saying she's dead now.
Press.
Use this stuff.
Yeah, use Charlie Boy or use
it is weird though because it's been like obviously our whole lives. It's just been that face on stamps and money.
Yeah,
we've never seen it, right? Because she's been on the throne for like 70 fucking years.
Yeah, it's just been.
My mum was like a little girl when she got coronated. That's why she's well into it, She's phoning everyone up, gone.
My nan was one of this shit as well. She was never like a big royalist. She never had like all the plates and all that bollocks in her house. But she's
got plates. She's got a couple of plates. They're not really on display anymore, but I'm pretty sure there's a box of stuff.
Yeah, that's your inheritance. You gotta pull them out.
Yeah, I'll get a Charles and Diana wedding plate.
Yeah, I wonder how this story ended. The oldies love it though, yeah. But so Charles is next in line, and then it's just going to be diluted from there, right? It's just going to be a gradual decline of the monarchy.
Women after day sucks. Well, yeah, we've heard that it's going away. I think that it'll be Charles, then William, and then that'll be it. By the time it gets to his kid, I think it will just be administrative. I think it will be like a little office. They'll get wheeled out. They'll get wheeled out every now and then. maybe even for the Prime Minister thing. I don't think there'll be all this pump and bollocks. I think it's a lot of it's tied to her. And that whole generation, like my parents, will die. And then there'll be less and less people into it.
Finished. Bye-bye. Rule Britannia. The next thing you know, we are a republic, and then we have a presidential system, and then it just it goes fun, and then we can get our very old Donald Trump. Woo-woo! Hell yes.
I hope so.
It's going to be good. Good times ahead, brother. Good times ahead.
Good times ahead. I agree. I fully agree with you. 25 minutes before this, I wasn't in any way ready. I was sort of laid. It's my fault. I was a bit late. I had to set all this up. Listen, a crumpled up rock-looking curtain thing takes a long time. A light, the camera. I keep the camera in a box. I had to unpack everything. Yeah. The microphone wasn't plugged in. I was reading a big fucking PDF about something and just laid on my stomach uncomfortably, bleeding ass in the air, you know. So I had to move 5 minutes, got ready. So I was a bit late, and it was my fault today. But also, we're kind of mourning the Queen, and not not Freddie Mercury, because we're used to that. Yeah,
we used to mourn Freddie Mercury and his sad departing this world from an AIDS-related death. Bless his cotton socks. Speaking of which, seen the news, Gareth Thomas, the gay rugby player, he came out as having HIV, didn't he, a few years ago? It's turned out that his ex-partner is suing him for like £150,000 because he didn't tell him he had HIV.
Well, that seems low. That seems like a low amount. If this was America, that would be a couple of mil or 10 mil.
Fucking agree. So I'm thinking, these people who are sort of backing Gareth Thomas when he came out, and that's fine. Backing him for when he had HIV, that's fine. Now he
was a spreader.
With HIV, he was a spreader. Are they going to give Ryan Giggs the same, the same due diligence? Are they going to give Ryan Giggs the same fucking bit of respect?
He's got off the first trial though. I don't know how they get a retrial if the jury couldn't decide. Why do you get a retrial? Surely that just means you get off.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's the same with retrials and you was found guilty of murdering and burning and raping this poor woman, for example. But in 6 months' time, we'll get your lawyer will ask for another day in court. No, you being found guilty, it's a weird system, right?
Well, no, you should be able to get innocent people out of jail, Jamie. You're a monster.
Yeah, I am. You're right. That's what I've always fallen on my ass.
People go to prison for fucking rape and murder for 35 years and they're innocent.
Yeah, but if they're innocent without question, yeah, that's fine. But it's when this Wayne Cousins guy, right, the police officer who literally, like I just said, he stalked, murdered, raped, and burnt her to a crisp, and it was evident he did it without question. He's having a fucking retrial now to reduce his sentence.
Well, what did she say though?
Well, what was she wearing is my question, but
it doesn't matter if it is, if she's banging on. I'm going to sleep with you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
5 years off. 5 years off.
5 years off, or an apology and let him go. Send a message to the bitches. Don't act like biatches. Oh God, I fucked my shoulder up yesterday. Best part of 24 hours, just from the neck down to the shoulder, just couldn't move much. Horrible.
Not good. Did you doing anything, or did it just come on? Or
fuck all, mate. I woke up fine. I woke up early. I planned to do some shit around the house. I had a good head on me. I felt energized to do it all. Sat down, stood up, felt a bit of a twinge. Went to the kitchen, made a cup of coffee, sat down, boom, and out of action. Couldn't move.
I got a weird one where I've had it forever. If I'm carrying a backpack, even if it's not heavy, for a few hours, suddenly this shoulder would just be massive pain around here, and I can't carry, even if it's the lightest thing in the world. I can't have anything on it. It just comes on out of nowhere, and then it'll fuck off after a few hours, or not doing anything. But even if it's not that much weight, it's just a little bit of pressure for hours.
Yeah, that's a lot of pain. Repetitive strain injury or RSI, because you can get that from silly things, right? So you got a rucksack on, and it may not be heavy, but if it's just a continuous thing, it can obviously cause issues.
Yeah, it's I've had this for years, and when it comes on, I have to just flip whatever strap I'm on off that arm, and then it'll slowly. But sometimes it'll hurt for hours after as well. But I just have to wait a day or so for it to repair. weird stuff, falling to pieces.
Shit. I don't know. I think it's like a sign of age as well. But yeah, RSI, you can get it from just fucking silly things, just being on your phone too much all day, every day. Your thumbs can get old. I used to work with a woman. She had an operation on her hands, her thumbs. She needed. Were you lying about the fuck they do? That was all from repetitive strain injury.
Oh yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've stayed away from that. Luckily, I would have thought I got like keyboard or mouse stuff by now, but I seem to have got away with it so far. It's just my, got it in my dick from putting it in, letterboxes.
Letterboxes and jam jars.
And I did pretty much put it in the letterbox because I peed through someone's letterbox. I still remember I sometimes still walk past the house when I was younger.
Yeah. Well, how else are you going to pee in someone's letterbox? Because you got to get the dick right through, yeah? Because obviously you got
I opened the letterbox and peed into someone's house. That's why.
Yeah, yeah, of course. That's like, yeah, but you need
I wouldn't
to
do it now. I think I was 18. I think that makes it okay.
I'd say, yeah. Was you drinking at the time? Was you under the influence of any substances or alcohol or peer pressure? Even peer pressure is a reasonable excuse.
Lots and lots of beer. And we've been to Walthamstow. We've been to Walthamstow dog track on a coach trip from the pub, and I was 18, and we were putting £1 bets on and eating hot dogs and drinking. We got dumped back, needed to pee because we'd been on the coach for 2 hours, whatever it was. And then, walked past the house, thought that letterbox looks like a great place.
Cool. It's a good thing you didn't take a shit, right? Because you couldn't take a shit through a letterbox.
Yeah, I took a shit on someone's car.
To get it.
Yeah, I've done it on a car and up a driveway and stuff, and it's not,
like not on the bonnet, or did you go on the?
No, on the handle, on the door.
Oh,
but nice. Like runny.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So like spread your ass and right, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm not really proud of it, but it did happen.
Yeah.
So
deliberate or kind of I need to go. This is the only place I can go.
It is. Tell us. I don't know what else you've been up to. I've just got to go. I've got to close down. I've got to close down something on my computer, so I have to disappear for about 5 seconds. It'll be. What he's got to do?
He's got to close down his PORN drive. The PORN drive needs closing. I haven't done much at all. Little to nothing. Just fucking working, living my day, crying, working on some material, some gigs I got coming up, and hey, that's about it. We mark out. So yeah, the Queen, be mourning her all day, work my ass off. And I said today I was not going to be drinking, but Katie came home with a bottle of wine, so I thought it'd be rude not to have a drink on the Queen's, which is essentially a fucking death day. So here's the Queen, and here's the future King Charles. Hope he doesn't have a long reign like his mama, and I hope he ends up like his first wife, Diana. Died in an accident, bitch. Yeah. Do you like Mercedes, Liz? Because if you like Mercedes, I can come up with a spare Mercedes and I can get this done for you, like sooner than later. You haven't got to struggle. You haven't got to sit there watching your stupid dragon family all around you, wondering when you're going to die so they can take charge and do their shit. I will come up there to Balmoral and I will bring up a Mercedes and I'll take you through a tunnel and then we could just do it to you what you did to Diana. It's as simple as that. We can finish this thing, no problem. I'm all for it, baby. By the way, on the topic of Balmoral, you can't spell Balmoral without the word moral. And a bit of an irony in there because the royal family got many fucking morals as far as I can see. No, after what you've done for centuries, but I will warn you. And also, I'm going to get a bank holiday out of this as well. So a bank holiday is a great day. And to any prick who's watching thinking, well, you're running down the monarchy and the Queen, but when she dies, you're going to get a bank holiday. Are you going to turn up to work when you're done your bank holiday? Am I fuck? No way. I will be enjoying my bank holiday with the fucking intent of getting drunk and making a few jokes over the death of a long-reigning monarch. She's an old woman. I get it. Nothing against her personally, but her entire family... The history is fucking shit. All right, sweet. If he was part of a club or a social circle that had the horrific reign of tyranny that they did, you wouldn't be with them that long. I mean, I don't know. You lot listening probably would be because you're fucking pigs. absolute disgusting human beings. But, you know, for the majority of the human population, you probably would think, nah, sorry, this ain't for me. Raping, pillaging, and plundering, taking your shit. And also, someone sitting down with a big fucking crown on their head, jewel encrusted crown, which is worth the value of a small third world country. What the fuck is that about? I mean, that's batshit fucking crazy. How about giving some of those diamonds and jewels back to the countries you stole them from? It may solve some of their problems. Or give it back to the people of the UK. It may solve a fucking financial crisis. Who knows? While we're on the subject, energy prices through the fucking roof. Maybe what tipped the Queen over the edge today was her opening up her energy bill and seeing it double by a fucking 100%. And then she's got to rely on the taxpayer to pay her energy bills more so than we do now. So, hey, here's to the long reigning monarch, Queen Liz. Chin, chin, chin. But it is kind of like watching a fucking episode of Game of Thrones, right? Only less raping. But from Andrew's end, it's more raping on Andrew's end. But that's by the fucking pipe. But it's like watching a episode of Game of Thrones without much entertainment, yeah? It's just more pomp. I want to see fucking swords swinging, right? I want proper old school monarchy, kings and queens, swords swinging, fucking maces, big spiky balls on chains. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to turn the House of Parliament into. I want to turn it into that. That's my dream. That is my ambition. Carl, you're on mute. He's on mute.
That'll be why then. Game of Thrones shit, yeah? So plug that back in.
Game of Thrones shit. So what we could do is basically dissolve House of Parliament, because obviously when it's no longer a leading monarch, obviously it becomes technically a republic. Yeah. So we turn House of Commons into like a gladiatorial style place. Just move the back seats, rip some of the seats out, create more fighting area, and you just pay people to come in and just watch all hell break loose. But what we do, we get every single person in line to the throne in there. They got to fight, and whoever wins gets to be the next.
Perfect.
King
That's
or
what
queen.
Should happen. That's the way it should be. Definitely the way it should be.
Work for it, man. That's what I am anyway. I don't know if you heard, but yeah, I'm thinking about maybe give some of those beautiful jewel encrusted fucking crowns back, just to solve some poverty in the world.
Well, I think some people deserve to be poor forever. Because they're stupid and they can't help themselves.
Oh, would they? We may have some breaking news.
Wouldn't have thought so.
Oh no! Someone just messaged me just to say dead, but I just googled it and I think, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's getting information sooner than anyone else. I'm on Twitter here.
Oh, good stuff.
No, I think no, gone.
Yeah,
gone.
Sweet. Gone. Yeah, a royal battle royale. Oh my god, she is gone. Yeah,
the royal family Twitter account. She died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon.
Okay. Oh, the morning after Queen Charles will be sworn in as the new sovereign. But oh shit, yeah, man.
So you know, an old Nazi dragon has gone.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, one of the offspring will get on our money. That's as much as I can.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's the report, guys. We were live. We came all the way to Scotland to Balmoral for this.
Yeah, we're outside now.
And, already gone. They didn't tell us. So they obviously this afternoon. It's already the evening, so that means many hours have passed.
Yeah.
And
They basically just let us like stew. Yeah, they let us fucking stew, and maybe if we had intervened sooner, we could have obviously solved this problem a lot sooner. As I said, you know, I could have drove there with a Mercedes. I could have put out a bit of misery. Yeah.
So I think it would have been funnier because, you know, they arrested someone at Windsor Castle with a crossbow trying to climb over a garden about 6 months ago. I think that would have been funnier if the policeman had caught her, just went, "Go on, I'll let you off. You got an hour. You got an hour with your crossbow in the grounds of a castle." That would have been a funnier end.
BBC News is slow on updating, man. Fucking hell. I don't know why I'm relying on BBC News anyway. I don't really, it's just, you know, you got to see on like Sky News or BBC News, right?
Christina knows everything. Yeah,
Because
you would think that. I thought it'd be tomorrow, but I think they probably took a few hours because they got to prepare. Honestly, they got to prepare all the social media shit, right?
yeah, of course. So. Well, to the woman who was on earlier, she said this is like the day that her father died, and then I apologize for bringing up worst memories for you because now you've got to mourn the Queen as well. So, but please like and subscribe. Still,
Yeah. If you haven't watched, Rose, including you, if you want more royal news, this is the place to get it.
This is the only place to get it.
Make sure you subscribe.
Subs, baby. Hell yes. What a time to be alive, eh?
Well, it was a good time to be alive. For
It was a good time to be alive.
What time to be dead?
What a time to be dead. Yeah.
Time
Now
to
we've got
die.
to prop with that fucking snivelling nonsense of an individual Charles.
I never thought. Well, I don't think any of them are any better or any worse than the others. They're all a bunch of fucking no-mark scroungers.
Yeah, I agree.
Fuck their cousins, and stole people's wealth and killed people for being witches until they stole their houses and had the money.
Yeah. What's that smell across the sea? It smells like spice. Let's go there. Where are we? India. Let's take all this shit.
I've been thinking about this moment for about 25 years, and I never thought I'd be on the internet on a video call that I didn't really know existed while it happened. So, amen. Yeah. Inshallah. Black power. What else do you say? Black power? Is that? I don't know. What do you say?
Black power. Well, what the Queen would have done, because she did it back in the day. She did a Nazi salute, right?
Well, so you could do a Nazi salute. Family were Nazis.
Yeah. She was listening to Dykes Mann, and she thought, "Fuck it."
That would have been great, honestly. If someone had slipped, and accidentally put this on YouTube and that killed her, that would be, me and Hinkley would do a world tour.
The Hinkmeister. Yeah.
Poor fella.
Oh well, we're laughing. We make a light of a really sad situation. I mean, she wasn't all woman in the day. She was someone's nan and grandmother. She was, in a family that indulged in taking shit from other people, but
killing daughter-in-laws.
Yeah. I know. Why you got to smile?
Oh, Jesus Christ! You got sun news.
Yeah. He just walks in with a smile. It's terrible.
And he's left the door open. Jamie, your family doesn't get any better each week. No. They demean themselves more every week.
It's worse, mate. Yeah. Wow. What?
BBC accident. So they were under embargo, right? People were under press embargo. That's what happened. Do you know what? I got an email about 3:23 p.m. and it did, from an organisation, and they were talking about they had some information as well. So I shouldn't have deleted
it. Yeah. But it's one of those things. It's not surprising how they would actually not announce it until hours later, because, like you said, they got to prepare things. They got to do prep.
I'm sure someone's got to fuck us. I don't know. They got to do something. They got to make sure.
Put a finger in.
Yeah, and some of the kids that they have rounded up over the years, they probably do just slit all their throats and just try and pour as much blood in there as possible just to see if it will revive her.
It will revive, yeah. But what I feel sorry for, I feel sorry for the dragon eggs, because she was obviously the only one who had the ability to give them warmth because of her nurturing ability. So Camilla haven't got that skill. She can't.
I assume that a pussy went cold years ago, so I don't know if they keep them in the cauldron or what.
Yeah, it could well be the case. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's just the dragon eggs I feel sorry for, because they may never hatch now. We just may have 7 decades of dragonless monarchy, which will be
that's how they fade into history and become part of myth instead of reality. That's how dragons will go, I suppose. Eventually, we just think it's fantasy.
Yeah. Terrible. Horrible times. But hey, welcome, Charles. Hi, Charles, if you're listening, because the person who accidentally put it on didn't turn it off. Hi, my king. How are you? In your horse face.
Get on my money. Get on my money.
Get on my cash. But I wouldn't feel comfortable having his head on money close to mine. But I don't use money now. I use card anyway. His head's on my bank card, right? But in the day, you'd have like money jingling around, and it'd be like next to your balls, there'd be a woman on there.
Yeah, I use cash a lot. I do have a little bit of cash on me, but at the moment it's just Scottish money that I need to get rid of. That's going to be annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. Going to shops, every shop you go in, they'd be like that. Checking.
And I go, it's legal tender, they say, I don't care. Yeah, I'll keep it until I go back to Scotland. That's what I'll do.
Scotland next year, but it won't be worth shit because it might be worth more. You want to collect money now with the Queen's head on, right? You want to go to the bank, draw £100, and just like keep it
bury it in the garden.
Bury in the garden, yeah. That's gonna go up with inflation soon.
Like well, I'm pretty. I spoke about it before. I'm pretty sure most of my meager inheritance is in cash. So we've been informed that it's been rejuvenated every time there's been money changed, and now they're gonna. He's gonna go and have to dig it up.
Yeah.
Wherever it is.
Well, you just see a mattress being delivered now tomorrow, and the old one will come out with a big gaping hole in the side, and then a new mattress. Then just stuff it in. The way it's got to be. It's the way it's got to be. Hell yes.
I agree. I'm feeling very calm today. Not low energy, and I'm just feeling very calm.
Yeah, I've been the same for like a couple of days. I've been feeling really just like mellow. I feel good. I feel happy. I got energy, but I don't feel like I'm buzzing. I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay, Conway. Have a nice time pooping scoop or scooping poop.
I'll be listening. Conway, always a pleasure. Jump on a pod with us one day, Conway. Jump on a podcast. We'll have some beers. You can bring your wife in the background. I'll bring mine. Carl can fucking slag us all off, and it'll be great. It'll be fun.
Yeah, the family roast, agreed. But yeah, thanks for being here, Conway. And everyone, you know you are. Give us a like and a share and all that stuff. Tell everyone about the show on Twitter. We were supposed to have an intro. We didn't really do it today. It's my fault. It's all my fault. I forgot.
Hey, forget about it. Forget. Oh, and I do apologize for insulting you earlier on. I asked if you have ever seen Copland.
Yeah. I saw it on VHS in the 90s.
What a fucking
is it 97 or something like that?
Well, I roughly remember when it came out, and I not that I ever gone on critical reviews and shit, but I remember it being a bit panned, and I just never got around to watching it until the other day. It popped up on Netflix, and I started watching it in bed, fell asleep, and I watched the rest of it last night. What a film! Like, it's worthy of your time. Great cast, phenomenal acting, and Stallone, man, pulled out the punches, right? Stallone was pretty fucking
He was
good.
Absolutely, because that's one of the first times people took him seriously, and one of the only, maybe, even though Rocky was phenomenal. But that's where he's an old, fat, out of shape. The first time he wasn't an action hero. He's kind of an old, fat, half deaf.
Yeah, incredible. Like, Keitel was just nasty cunt in there.
De Niro in that is absolutely phenomenal. I remember
De Niro's fucking so cool, man. That really.
When I had the DVD, what I really missed is like DVD commentaries, because I remember watching that, and they were talking about, I guess they had the director and a couple of people, and they were talking about him and his method acting and stuff. And there's a scene where he's just in an office playing with a drawer and elastic band, and that's all. De Niro chose what to have in the drawers and where he wanted it. He's like, no, I think he would have rubber bands in here, and he would play with them when he was like talking to people on the phone, like little details like that. So I mean,
little bits and fucking pieces phenomenal. Is great, man.
Yeah, do you know what? I've not watched it for many years, so I think I might give it a go.
Yeah. As soon as they popped up on Netflix, I don't know what it was. I just remember going, shit, I've been waiting. I wanted to see this film for a long time, and it came on. I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it. And honestly, blew my fucking mind.
Superboy, who's Michael Rappaport, who's now pretending to be a comedian like a lot of other actors. He's a mouthy piece of shit as well. He punched Ari Shaffir in the face at the Stand Comedy Club about 4 months ago.
Shit, never.
Because there was some sort of back and forth, and Ari said something like, "Aren't you the guy that beat his wife?" I think there were some allegations and stuff, and he punched him twice apparently as well, and someone else got hit. So I think Rappaport got banned.
Yeah, Superboy. But he's not like a great actor. He's not a good actor. I wouldn't even say he was a good actor. He's just an actor.
He was just. That's all I knew him from, a Superboy from there, and then he started going on a few podcasts, and then he started being a comic. An actor becoming a comedian. So Yeah.
Fucking really good.
Anyway,
Robert Patrick,
fucking,
top fucking performance in there from him too. Just a badass film, man. Just a badass film. Because when the intro started, and it was De Niro doing like the intro to it, talking about what Copland is, I thought it was like based on the true story, but it turns out it's not. But I'm assuming it's got its roots in some form of reality.
yeah, I think the idea of those sort of towns probably are true, like where you get a whole. It's just cops that live there, and they make it their own little thing. Not now, maybe, but
back in the day, like
yeah.
mob run, and you appoint a sheriff just to fucking keep his nose down, and
it's it's a great film. But yeah, for all those things, Stallone does a great performance. You never think he's going to be the hero.
Yeah, but even when he turns around and sort of does become, I suppose, what you would class as the hero, it's very played down. It's low key. Yeah, he doesn't walk around with his fucking chest out, giving the big I am, because he's not in this film. He's fat. He's overweight. He's got no confidence whatsoever. But he just rocks into fucking New York. Wants to speak to De Niro's character. And
yeah, exactly. It's just unexpected because I only did a few, not on the same level.
Yeah, he turns up with a fucking gun or two, doesn't he? At the end, and he blows people away. But it wasn't like a full-on shootout as such. It was. But,
yeah, no, it was just low key. Arnie did a few things later on where he plays an out of shape plastic cop and stuff, but Stallone did it years back, and I think, yeah, no, it's one of my favorite films. But I don't really think about it a lot. I've seen it a lot, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Maybe I watched it in the pandemic. I can't remember, but maybe it's been about 5 years. I used to watch it once a year, again, like Heat, that kind of stuff. But yeah. Copland's really good. It's so understated and really well done.
It's like an hour and a half long, 2 hours tops. It's a short film as well, so it's not like a lot of your time. You don't need to invest a lot of attention to it. It just flows so well, right? The storyline is just simple. It goes from the start, middle, and end. You're done. You're not thinking too much. It's just fucking like with Heat, your attention is on every detail, every single individual character, but this film just flows really well, seamless.
Matt Napo's family have been summoned ashore over concerns about his health. He has mental health, I think, at the moment. Hey, Dean, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the truck. I'm sure you're feeling better now. There's an actual podcast that you can come and listen to. It's live. But, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure there'll be more. I hope you're feeling good. William Carl Jamie, yes, we are the people.
We are the people. We summoned Prince Charles to be the king. If it wasn't for us, right, there would be no Prince Charles king in the next couple of days. Simple as that. We are responsible.
True. Yeah, I haven't looked. I might look at the. It's called Operation London Bridge. If you want to Google that, that'll be what happens. And there's little sub things like this unicorn thing, and it's the days. I think the funeral's in 10 days. It's all set out. It's been laid out for years. You know when the documentaries will start tomorrow. You know that, don't you? There'll be a ready-made raft of documentaries ready to go.
There'd be a shit ton, and you ain't going to be able to watch nothing else on BBC and ITV until fucking like mid-November.
Luckily, I don't watch either of those channels ever. So
I watch BBC for one thing, and I watch it for EastEnders. I love EastEnders. I love that.
I'm not going to get Maddie. I grew up with that, and I did give it up many years ago. But I'm not okay. We can kind of let it go. Someone did a great. Again, I don't give a fuck. But when Boris Johnson left Downing Street, someone put the sad EastEnders music over the end. The sun was coming out and stuff. It was really well done.
I'm gonna check that. Oh,
and I've got to say, at Vampire Traums, like trauma, at Vampire Traums won the internet today. I think the tweet was, "Her Majesty has been hit by a second plane."
Oh, nice.
Or a second plane has hit Her Majesty. I fucking loved it.
Brilliant. Speaking of planes and hitting,
Dean's into Albert Square, Prince Albert's.
Yeah. Do you actually like EastEnders? Does Dean like EastEnders? EastEnders.
Type out the theme tune in like DUH. If you can do that, Dean, then I'll believe you.
Yeah. Fuck me. Give us the latest storyline. What is happening with Phil Mitchell in a few words right now? Phil and Billy Mitchell. A few words. Go. Dean, go.
I stopped. I watched it for like a number of years. Stopped watching it, and then
Love it.
I watched it when Don Beach, not Don Beach, that was his name in the bill.
Oh, that was
Billy Murray.
the bill. Yeah.
When he came back into it, I watched that storyline.
Yeah.
And I went back and retroactively watched all of those episodes that I've missed.
Yeah. When he was in there, what was his name in it? His name was he was Ruby's father, wasn't he, in EastEnders? He had a daughter called fucking Ruby.
He was the guy that was ultimately behind killing Dirty Den, right? They thought they'd killed him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he was like, he came on, he took over. Hang
on, Johnny Allen.
Johnny Allen, yeah. Ruby Allen was his daughter. She took over from his business affairs when he went to prison or died or whatever. But yeah, it's fucking love it, man.
It's never ending. It's never ending, Dean. It's been on since 1985. It's like 5 days a week.
It's Monday now. They've changed the schedule. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's literally, Dean, right? Like 4 days a week, man. You got a lot of catch up to do, brother.
Unless he's thinking of something else that got renamed into that for America, it could be. But this is a soap opera, basically. That's been going.
Yeah, I think he's just thinking of Benders. He's just thinking of Benders.
It's not EastEnders, Dean.
Not on porn. They did a great episode the other day. I'm not going to talk about EastEnders all night. We're on Monday. They did a flashback episode to like the 70s where Phil Mitchell and Grant were kids. Oh, really? And they went on a robbery. It was brilliant. It was a good episode. Proper fucking flashback. We can't watch BBC. Well, you need to find a way, Dean. You can't get on fucking YouTube.
Yeah, I'll watch like football and stuff in the World Cup, and that's it. I haven't paid for TV license for years, and I'll tell them that. I was getting letters. I've been getting letters for 8 years, and every now and then they get increasingly more threatening. Like an investigation has been launched because in the UK for the US guys, you're legally obliged to pay the TV license, right? It's fucking wild. Even if you funds the BBC, essentially.
That's only for the BBC, right? But even if you don't watch the BBC, even if you can prove you don't watch the BBC, the fact that you have a TV in your house means you have to pay a TV license.
Well, it's not. It's if you watch any live shows, basically. So it's like they tweaked it a bit. But back in the day, they would come round, and I remember my uncle. They'd knock on the door, go, "We've come round to inspect." They had these fake adverts about TV detector vans, which it's not possible. But they'd say, "We're in your area." They'd have a spinning thing on the roof. We go, "We know you got a telly." So I remember you didn't ever have to let him in though. So I remember my uncle when I was a kid shutting the door and putting his telly out the back garden, out the window, and then inviting him in. And there's just a square space, and he's like, "Well, I haven't got a telly. I'll see you later."
I haven't got a fucking TV, yeah. Because I remember one of the adverts they had. Because what Carl is saying now that there was like constant adverts on fucking TV about it. But one of the adverts I saw, did you see the one where somebody? They knocked the door. It was like, "We're here to inspect you for the TV license." And the guy puts a VHS in the video player, and turns the TV. It's just basically it looks like something cooking in the microwave. So it's a video of something cooking in the microwave on the TV, and he just says, "That's just a big microwave," and then proper cheesy as fuck. But now looking back, it's hilarious.
And now with digital TV, it's almost impossible. But they must have gone after some people, right? They seized their laptops and all that, but it's almost impossible. You don't have to let them in. They have no. It's like a debt collector, right? They have no right. You can just tell them to fuck off. They have no right.
They can't enforce it.
You can't come in. But I was getting stacks of letters up until about 6 months ago, and it's like, and the writing would get thicker and redder and bolder and bigger letters. An investigation team is coming. Will you be on the 15th of October?
No. And
you just ignore it, and I just collect the stack, and you bin them every few months. But I decided years ago just to bin the license. It's like, nah, you're not having it.
Yeah, just keep going. It's like legally, I don't think it's enforceable by law. If you went to court, they probably would say, "Oh, can you just give them a fucking $5?"
I wouldn't go.
Fuck off.
Even if it went to court, I wouldn't go. And if the court told me I owe this much, I still wouldn't pay that. So I just fucking let them go. You can do what you like. I exist on my own plane of reality. I'm in the.
You don't actually have like a TV, do you? You have just like a laptop and monitors, yeah. So you watch everything online. You fucking
I got a TV. and then got rid of it quickly just because I had space issues. But no, I want to get one now. It's just when I get a permanent place, I'm going to get a big TV and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the moment, I'm just literally on a laptop. But
even
I'm
then,
so used to it now. So
the point being is, even if you had a 50-inch Super Deluxe TV, you wouldn't have fucking Sky probably. No, you just constantly stream. Yeah, you are just online streaming.
yeah, well, I've got. To be honest, I pay for now. I pay for Netflix, Disney, Amazon, and I do for football. I pay through Now TV. I pay for Sky. I haven't got a box. It's just for
yeah, just I know.
sport.
Yeah.
And I think I've got an add-on for entertainment at the moment, so I can watch TV shows and sport. So it's not the full. It's not even a package. It's like £10 or so. It's not.
Yeah, I just cancelled my Now
offer.
TV because I think I'm the only one who watches it just for fucking Game of Thrones and the odd thing now and again. But
I got it for sport, but then I bought the entertainment thing because I was trying to pirate House of the Dragon, and the episode was being a bit weird, so I just got that, and I might get rid of it. There's 3 or 4 series on there that I want to watch. I think maybe Yellowstone. There's a few things.
Yeah. I'm going to be guided next week because I can't watch House of the Dragon next week. But I know what you mean, though. It's handy to have because it's great streams. It's fucking direct. It's brilliant, but it's just
well, just get yourself just get yourself uTorrent and get a good. I'll show you where to get them from. You just download an HD version. It's not streaming or anything like that.
Yeah. I haven't done. I remember doing that years ago. First laptop I had, just fucking like downloading fucking BitTorrent and stuff. It was fun looking for streams, and all I had a hard drive just fucking compiled with all sorts of stuff.
I can't install uTorrent on this laptop, so it's annoying. But that's what I would do. I'd get the HD versions and just download them, great quality, and delete them straight away. As long as you know what to look for. But yeah. Well, I can. We'll figure it out. Maybe I can give you my login or something. But someone else has got my login for sport. But I don't mind giving you my login if you want to watch something on there. Like you gave me yours for a while, right? On the Sky one.
Well, that fucking until that. You could have had that forever and a day, but I cancelled it. It was just fucking stupid. Yeah,
it wasn't something I thought about. There's too much. So I've got, like I said, I've got Netflix, Amazon, Disney. That's quite a lot. And then the Sky stuff is just, not all year round anyway. And I'll probably just watch a few things, cancel it for a bit, get it again. Because you can be flexible with that now thing, right?
So do it now and again. That's literally. I was the only one watching it. Like no one else in the house was watching like Now TV entertainment. So it's just
you got other stuff. You got a family, and you don't need to be paying for everything. I don't need to be paying for everything, but annoyingly, there is something on all of them that I like. Or there's things that I do find. Netflix is always coming out. Sometimes there's a barren couple of months, but then you get a couple of good documentaries, and like, okay, I'll keep it.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of Now TV, right? It's you can think, 1 month is a great show coming on. You just think, fuck it, I'm just going to get it for this month. You can cancel it. It's no problem at all.
Oh, so the TV license people come after Dean in Belfast. I forgot you're such a globally travelled. I've never been to Belfast. It's wild.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it's good. But now I think they've almost given up because I was reading the other day over 250,000 people have just say go fuck yourself. So you can't possibly enforce all that anyway.
Yeah, you can't enforce it whatsoever.
Because they know what will need to happen. There's a lot of soft idiots go, it shouldn't be it needs to be a subscription service. That's all. Like everything else is.
Yeah.
Like just make the BBC a subscription service like Netflix, and then you can either pay for it or not.
Yeah, you got options.
They'll probably even be able to fund more from that.
But this was something that was mentioned a while ago about making it a form of like a subscription service. But then you had the fucking argument of, well, what about the old people? Well, times are moving on like drastically. It's like
Yeah, my parents don't know what fucking streaming is. They've heard of it. I'm gonna give my dad my Netflix account. He's never seen anything like it before, and it will blow his fucking mind. As soon as he gets on there, because he does use the internet and stuff. He's got a laptop, but he's never seen Netflix. If I get him on Netflix, he'll never leave the fucking house. That'll be that. He'll just sit there.
How much he has to catch up on.
World War II in colour, whatever it is, and he'll sit there and he'll be fascinated if he can just leave it and come back to it as well. And I just got to teach my music a little bit.
his mind will blow, man. Can you imagine getting him on like a show like fucking Breaking Bad or something? He just becomes glued to it, and then, mate, can you imagine discovering Netflix for the first time, but being of that mindset of thinking open-minded to watch anything? You wouldn't want to leave your house.
Yeah, I think that might get much from it first. I'll have to focus him in. I'll show him the war documentaries.
Yeah, the war docs and shit.
And to be honest, if my mum found The Crown on their shit, that would be fucking that as well every night.
Yeah.
So
The Crown should be there. Yeah, just keep saying, "Mum, this is in a few episodes' time. This is where Andrew's gonna, do his thing."
Yeah, they actually show. If you press the red button, you actually see him fucking them.
Yeah. Speaking of which, because I'm a pig, right? I searched the Game of Thrones scene where Drago, what's his name? Drago was pounding fucking Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh yeah.
And it comes up. It was a scene on there, right? But it clips to an actual porn scene with a huge cock going in and out. This is brilliant.
That's hilarious.
You could just see her going like that, and it clips to it, and it just goes. It's just like a huge fucking salami, just going bang, bang, bang.
So for those you don't know, in the book of Game of Thrones, Khal Drogo is a massive barbarian, and Daenerys is she's a queen that's kind of been discarded. She's like a 13-year-old girl, and in the books, this big barbarian takes this 13-year-old. And he teaches her what's what every night for months in the desert while she's crying. And then she falls in love with him, though. And then it's beautiful. And then everyone's like, oh my God, Khal Drogo, such a dream.
Yeah.
And in the TV show, they had to make her 16 because they couldn't do the 13 thing, but still, it's still happening. And Jason Momoa. See, that's the thing about women complaining about rape, right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
When it's a handsome man that they're like, whoa, look at Momoa. With his
look at that fucking 12-pack. Yeah. Look at Momoa doing, But I remember watching, like, the first time I watched Game of Thrones, and that part, I was like, you fucking animal. And then as it goes on, you're kind of like, do you know what? He loves her. He really loves her. He's got so much respect for her. He would die for her. You just, like, you forget about the fucking how they met. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's fucking insane. He groomed her, right? He basically groomed her,
yeah? Well, no, he systematically raped her until she loved him.
Yeah, well,
that's
the way to look at it. I just try to romanticize the whole thing by saying he groomed her.
But it's great. Crazy. It is great.
Find the porn edit is brilliant. Just literally.
I'll find it. So yeah, I'm liking. I started watching House of the Dragon. I've watched 3 episodes now.
Me too. 3.
The second episode was great.
Yeah.
Again, if people haven't watched it, I don't want to spoil stuff. But there's like the childbirth scene. Was that the first one even?
No, I think was it the second one with someone else? Yeah.
And they've got to give her a force. Like it's because you've got the maces who are kind of like magic and kind of like doctors, and they got this new technique, basically a cesarean, of like taking the baby out. But the medicine isn't there to help the woman survive. So they just basically tie her down and rip out the baby because it's the air to the throat.
Yeah. While the king is holding her down, he's like, I love you.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So what I'm happy about it, because in the same way as Better Call Saul, when you get a spin-off of something brilliant, even though Game of Thrones kind of fizzled out, it's still a brilliant show. You're always worried. And when you hear about this, you're like, oh, for fuck, it's going to start bad. But it starts great. And
it starts really well, yeah. And I love
really good characters, really, and the violence is still there.
The last 20 minutes, the last episode 3. What's his name? Plays Philip from The Crown. What the fuck's his name? Targaryen, long blonde
Matt Smith, isn't it?
Yeah, Matt Smith. Yeah, and
he's Doctor Who as well, right?
Yeah, he just jumps on the boat, doesn't he? He rides across the fucking the sea to where the Crab King is, and he just goes fucking.
Yeah, that's a great. That's just the end of the last episode I saw. It's great.
Brilliant.
I kind of like the Crab King. I was kind of hoping he'd stick around a bit longer, but it makes what it makes you realize is there's obviously a bigger bad like that. He's just like a emissary or something. This Crab King dude was getting sailors, nailing them to crosses, like thousands of sailors, and then letting crabs eat them slowly. That was what he was doing for years. They were doing it for like 5 years, and they wouldn't stop it.
They just didn't stop because once he got his head, it looks like he's been like a crown or mask like welded to his head.
Well, it looked like he'd been burnt or something. So maybe he'd had
Yeah,
a thing with
but it
dragons
looks
in
like
the past.
the mask he's wearing is like fucking molded into his skull or some shit. It's
Yeah,
fucking weird.
but he's a cool looking character. I liked him, and he's all when he's
Yeah,
ordering the armies, he's just like
yeah, he
when
just
people
looks
are
the
running and stuff.
go, and they fucking know it. That's the signs of a great leader, right? Just look and go. Because the opening scene to them episode 3, fucking people chained up to fucking the posts, nails to him. There's one guy there. He was like, "Oh no, let me go." And then fucking Matt Smith comes down on the dragon. He's like, "Oh yeah, my prince, you're gonna save me." And there's a big dragon paw stands on him.
Stamps on his
Fucking
head, yeah.
yeah, my prince, save me. Bye.
Very, very fitting. So I've watched that. I've watched the first 2 Rings of Power. I've watched
Rings of Power any good?
yeah, actually, well, it depends. I like it. That all the super nerds hate it because the super nerds do, but then there's the racists as well. We're going, why is there a black
Why is
dwarf?
it? Yeah. That's,
It's
yeah.
like you're being a bit weird there.
Yeah, it's crazy because I remember Glenn Will put up a thing on Twitter about the race
That's
fucking
right, he did,
issue,
yeah.
and I said, yeah, so you're telling me you don't care about the racial historical accuracy of Middle Earth? He's like, people are fucking insane. It's fiction, right? It's
Well, also,
shit.
someone did a good thread today of like Game of Thrones and how Tyrion was described. Tyrion in the TV show looked nothing like he was described. Like, and
Oh
all
yeah,
the TV shows where everyone's always different to the books, but you're only complaining when they're black now.
yeah. Fucking right. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, because Tyrion had his nose off, didn't he? In the book,
Well,
yeah,
there's
the nose
even
off, scar.
there's like they're not hobbits, they're called halfers. They're like similar to
Yeah.
other little people. And in the books, they're described as having brown skin. And in the TV show, 2 of the main ones have got light skin, and they're complaining about the brown skin one. It's like, well, they were described as having brown skin. Right?
Yeah.
It's just being racist, I guess.
That's what it is. It's flat out fucking stupidity and racism. It's just fucking crazy. I mean, it's fiction, right? You can do what the fuck you want to do with any character. I think there was a bit of a stink going back last year. I think they made a film about I want to say Anne Boleyn. I might be wrong, but they decided to have a black actress play.
Oh yeah, no, I think you're right. I think
it was Anne Boleyn, I think. So I was there. I was like, okay, so if she's a good actress, is she? I don't know who she is. I was like, oh, she's a good actress. She can pull off great, but sometimes it's almost they trying to force something to be,
the only time I thought anything it was when they made Idris Elba the gunslinger in Dark Now because he's white and obviously got a black guy. Now it wasn't because he was black; it was like great, and the film was shit, but it wasn't really his fault. It was just bad writing. I love the books basically, so I've been waiting for a good adaptation for years.
So is everywhere.
In the book, the reason I initially thought was because in the books you got Roland the gunslinger, right? And then he's got a gang of 3, which is a kid. It's like a 10-year-old kid. It's a
He's a crippled kid, isn't he? The kid?
No, so he's got a 10-year-old kid. It's got a low-level mobster from New York, and then a disabled black woman in a wheelchair.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But the reason I was because the big theme of the books is that the black woman has got 2 personalities, and she's often like railing against the gunslinger and calling him, blaming him for basically saying you fucking white men, like doing all this. And it's quite a good racial thing all the way through. So now you have a black gunslinger, I was like, well, you can't have that storyline. You can't have that character. So I was like, they're losing a main character. So that was the only thing that made me think, But then I thought, then you immediately go, okay, Idris Elba's pretty good. Let's watch it. But the film was fucking wank.
Yeah, it was terrible. For like Idris Elba I think he's a fucking class actor. But same as Matthew McConaughey. I think Matthew McConaughey is a great actor too, right? He's done some really good bits.
I forgot he played the yeah. Well, the film started okay actually with the house. The film started okay with the house and stuff and the drawing that Jacob was doing, but then they tried to cram in bits from multiple books into one short film, and it just didn't make any fucking sense. And the effects were awful. Some of it was okay, but yeah, I'm disappointed.
Because you've obviously read the books. I've only read The Gunslinger, right? But my father's a huge Stephen King. He's a Stephen King freak. Yeah. He knows the books inside out. And as far as the Dark Tower series goes, he's like obsessed. So for years, I remember as a kid, he was sort of telling me bits of the story, like little bits and pieces. I never got around to reading the books, but they sound fascinating. But I remember a couple of years. I say a couple of years ago, 10 years ago. I'm sure there was what's his name? balding ginger director, Apollo 13. He was in Happy
It's
Days.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard, yeah, wasn't he like helmed to make a few films of the Dark Tower, but
Yeah,
with a
so
few mini series in between to sort of bridge
yeah, so
between
what?
the big films or some
Yeah,
shit.
he was going to direct the films, and then other people were going to make the TV shows. But they were going to, because it's so big. There's like 5 or 6 books, maybe 5, but it's bigger and bigger and bigger. So they were going to
Yeah,
make 4 or 5 films, and in
they're
between you have
big
a
books,
TV
right?
show.
Yeah,
So it was going to take 10, and I thought that was a brilliant idea. They approached
that would have been the best way to do it.
Javier Bardem for the Gunslinger, I think.
Yes, I remember Javier Bardem
So
being within
I
the
was
talk.
so excited because I just read the books and I was like, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then it just didn't get made for whatever reason. It didn't get done.
Money, probably. I know, but it's
difficult to get anything made. So yeah, it would
yeah.
have been whatever. The studios didn't want to fund it or whatnot, but it would have been amazing.
So I remember hearing about this, and I read an article, and I sent my father, and he phoned me up a few days later. He said, "This is the best way to do it." He said, "Film long TV series, mini series, film to bridge, to fucking span it out."
Because it's so detailed. Films wouldn't always be long enough, but if you're only going to do one or the other now, I'd say a TV show, just because
100%, yeah, it's got to be
you can just do 5 times 10 episodes or longer, 2 times 7 for the last series, like you would have a Breaking Bad, and I think that would be enough. Now, if they're not going to fund movies and stuff, I hope that someone will come back to it. I'm sure they will at some point. And I'd love like a proper TV show.
Someone's got to, 100%. Yeah, I mean, like someone with
great story.
The attention to detail that Peter Jackson had for Lord of the Rings, right? Someone like him who got that fucking like thought process of trying to stick to the source material and going with it. Like the same people who've done The Walking Dead, right? Sticking to the source material and working through it and just.
So it's got everything. The Gunslinger is quite a short story, but then they get bigger and bigger.
It's a small book. Yeah.
You get into like parallel worlds, and it gets meta. Like Stephen King, the author, is in a book. They meet Stephen King.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
That's right.
But then
they do, like graphic novels, that happened, all sorts of shit.
Yeah, so something that happened in Stephen King's real life to make him write The Gunslinger happens in the books, because there's something the characters do. But the characters make the author write them. It's fucking wild. They get into like book 5, but it's loads of cool shit. And then they get, again, without spoiling too much, that there's kid slaves that are being used as batteries or something to power something. There's all the Man in Black's great, which is also that Man in Black is the same character in The Stand. He's the same character. He's in loads of his different books, right? And there's even another fantasy novel that King did that I got brought as a kid. It's called The Eyes of the Dragon. It was just one-off, and it was about a princess in a tower, and it was, and
that's linked to the fucking.
But that the Man in Black's in that as well. It's like that's another great little story as well. It's just about like a prince that gets discarded and stuff, but it's quite Game of Thrones, I suppose. But King obviously known for his horror, but his fantasy stuff is fucking amazing as well.
He's genius. He's fucking out there. But it's all like kind of like I haven't read the book, but the film The Mist, right? You see the film The Mist?
Oh yeah.
On the opening scene, there's a guy drawing a picture, isn't it? And it's the doorway from the Dark Tower. It's all fucking linked up. It's all.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch some of those films. I think they've done TV shows on it as well. And I've got a big hardback of like King short stories, and I think The Mist is in there.
Yeah,
it's in an anthology.
Wasn't that Robert Back? Because he done short stories in the Robert Bachman, is it the name, or Richard Bachman? He done like
some of them. Running Man was, but it's got like The Green Mile in there, Shawshank Redemption.
I have to buy, because next time my old man comes down, I'm gonna ask her to bring down his the Dark Tower series books. Fuck buying them. I'll borrow them off him and just fucking plow. I'll read. I got a stand. I started to read on the way to Edinburgh, but I didn't get far into it. But I'm gonna read that, and I'm gonna get into the Dark Tower series again. I want to read when I was younger, like about 13-ish maybe, and it's a short story, brilliant. And I never.
But the Dark Tower books do get bigger each time, like Game of Thrones. It gets more and more detailed, but it's such a cool story because you're in like mobster 80s New York. You're in the country. You're in weird parallel worlds. It's just Yeah, some good stuff going on there.
His King's mind must be fucked because he had a really bad fucking accident, didn't he? Like car crash, almost fucking killed him.
Well,
But
that's what's in the books later on. He
there
got
you
hit
go.
by a van, but well, that might be another one. But he basically got hit by a van, and that gave him, in his fucking state, he started writing about the gunslinger and stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Domestics in the background. Fucking stupid kids. I like the
Hey, Kelly, your Windows problems, yeah?
yeah.
I feel it.
Windows is a fuck, man. Windows is a pain in the ass. I'm seriously thinking about going to Chromebook. Just get a Chromebook, no fucking issues. Because everything I use is Google based anyway. I don't use any specific thing from fucking Windows. I just might be worth just paying the extra to get Chromebook. Because I gotta pay like antivirus every month anyway, every once a year anyway. So it's like might as well just fucking buy
Yeah,
a
I need to
Chromebook.
get a new something at some point, but I don't know what. But yeah, want to get video editing stuff and all that shit, but that'll be later. I've got
If
a
only
program
we,
now that's free, but I need a high level one, I think.
yeah, if only we had a producer who would give us MacBooks. I'm just saying, it would be good. We never mentioned it before. Never mentioned it.
No, a
Ever.
couple of MacBooks.
Yeah,
that would be good, and an actual producer to do stuff while we're on the air as well. Bring
well,
stuff
yeah.
up.
Own little Mylin. Yeah, bring that up for me, Mylin. Language barrier might be a problem though.
I did almost have one, but it's got that trail's gone cold, and that was for last rights. So the New York guy will have to help us out with for this one.
I remember you saying, what was the score? What happened there? You just
I just haven't had a chance to pin someone down, but I could potentially get someone to help with that, so that would be good, like with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Fucking hell.
Sort that out later on.
Domestics
So
upstairs.
What's your snacking on tonight? What's on the menu tonight?
Snacks, and I made a basic fucking beef stew earlier on. We got some like roast potatoes with it as well. Get some greens on the go.
Nice.
Sprinkle a bit of cheese on there when it's hot, melt it through, and away you go.
Can't when it's is it raining over there and all that stuff?
Listen, no, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, we've had storms, rain a lot for days. At night.
Fucking awful. I'm gonna mute a sec. Oh, wow. Halen's fucking decided to be a prick for a change, just fucking kicking off like a dickhead. Yeah, what are you eating? What are you having? You having pizza?
No, I've got like actually some Welsh sausages, like
nice.
chili flavour ones, some other shit from the butchers. I've got some. I'm gonna have a bunch of vegetables and potatoes and shit. I'm just gonna have a healthy sausage based thing, and then I might go out and buy some peanut M&Ms. I've been getting into them.
Yeah. Peanut M&Ms, having them fucking ages. Good stuff.
No, I've had two. To be fair, I definitely won't get those because I've had 2 bags in the last week. I've eaten them all in seconds and felt sick both times. So
yeah. Waffle down your fucking chow. What's the time? How long are we going? 1:13. What should we say? We should go to 1:30 and then eat some food.
Yeah, another 15 or so. Then we'll wrap it up. Go get some food. I'll pull up the shop and then come back and watch some more shit. Oh, I've been watching. I know you're not into football, but I've been watching the Wrexham documentary with.
Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but no one mentions Rob McElhenney. Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds brought Wrexham Football Club, and yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I watched all 4 episodes.
Disney Plus,
I think it comes out. Yeah, and I think it comes out on a Thursday.
Sweet.
So yeah, no, I like it just because I like football, but it's also interesting seeing those guys buy it and what's happening with it. But so I'm watching a bunch. I'm watching the Ghislaine Maxwell documentary on Sky.
Oh, that's a good doc, man. I like your post the other day. She has class. Like
she was. I'm starting to like her.
She was, man. Yeah, now I've seen it. It's a good doc. It's like 3 episodes long.
Yeah, I'm on the second one, so don't. But I thought I'd know everything, but actually I was like, I don't know much about like younger days and all that stuff. It's
have a look on BBC iPlayer. There was a documentary called House of Maxwell, which was good. And then there was another one called the Murdoch Dynasty. So you got like Rupert Murdoch and the House of Maxwell. Worth a watch. Really good.
Let me I shouldn't do that when potentially WhatsApp's open. You can see me threatening women and stuff.
Fuck
So
those bitches. House of
so
Maxwell,
I play a House of Maxwell. Yeah.
and then the Murdoch Dynasty.
Ah, okay. I'd heard of the House of Maxwell one.
Yeah.
Because I've heard stuff over the years that I've not really researched, especially like Tim Dillon used to do a lot of this stuff. On his last podcast, before it was a Tim Dillon show years ago, he was way heavier into conspiracies and stuff. But there's books I want to read. Because apparently that Les Wexner and Epstein were basically smuggling guns and drugs for the CIA at one point, and they were all that dirty shit. So they had these links all over the place. Robert Maxwell was working for MI6 and KGB at the same time. Russia as well, and probably Mossad as well. So he's like a triple agent.
Oh, the man was fucking. He's a proper enigma, right? Just absolutely fucking.
That's why people have said that Epstein was an intelligence construct. He just comes out of nowhere, doesn't have any real background, gets a load of money that no one really knows where he got it from. They can find, they know where he might have got some of it from, but there's hundreds of millions more that just appeared in his bank account.
Crazy, yeah. Live the lifestyle you want to live, and give us what we need to fucking get, please. Okay.
Yeah, little, just a sec. I have the secretary, but probably more of like a senior manager probably in the team. Wexner being the CEO of the civilian side.
Yeah. Fucking crazy times.
Because the BBC they did on Netflix, it's called Filthy Rich or something. Is it Filthy Rich? It might be something else, but they did interview quite a lot of the victims and stuff. But it's kind of interesting. But then they kind of whitewash some stuff as well, and they've got Wexner on there going, "It's nothing to do with me. He just stole from me."
Oh, the Netflix one. Yeah. Filthy Rich.
Whereas really they were fucking well into business together. And by the way, why would you sell him that mansion? The biggest house, something in New York, right? It's the biggest
real estate properties in fucking the area.
The biggest house in Manhattan for $10. You sold him that.
Yeah,
it's worth like 20 million at least.
Bad shit.
So yeah, something's going on there.
Yeah. Oh, mate, it smells like fucking gone off fucking sauerkraut. Just like horrible fucking shit there. Really seedy bollocks.
Hank PA, how you doing, sir?
Hank PA.
If sir is indeed how you prefer to be gendered.
Yeah, Hank PA. What is she updating? It's it's private. This is a private chat. We can't really tell you on to be honest with you.
It's just cleaning off all that smut.
What are you updating, Kelly? Oh, she's updating her fucking Epstein Mossad, intelligence. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna finish watching that tonight, and I'm making notes.
Make notes.
So I'm getting back down the Epstein and Maxwell rabbit hole, and I love it. Love it.
Well, while you're doing that, you should simultaneously watch Succession because it's crazy. When you watch Succession, you get to see the Maxwell thing. It's fucking insane.
I watched or thought I watched the first episode a year or two ago, but clearly wasn't really paying attention because I was trying to watch episode 2 and I thought no, so I went back to the first one and just watched the first one through again, and I got it way more this time. I didn't get it as much the first time. I was like, oh okay, yeah. I must have been half paying attention to it, which I don't like to do. But the first episode was really good.
It's like it's one of those things when you watch it, you're thinking, do I take it serious? Do I not take it serious? Is it a comedy? Is it a fucking drama? It's got so much fucking shit.
The one that it's about obviously the family trying to take over from the dad, and you got the one little brother looks a bit like Peter Park. You think he's the all right one, and then he does that shitty thing with the Mexican kid with the baseballs. Like, I'll give you $1 million. Sorry, kid.
Sorry, kid. He's a fucking asshole. Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it when he goes up to the see the part where he just decides to wank in the window up the high tower building. He's brilliant. He just don't give a fuck. Absolute fucking wanker of a guy. But you root for all of them because they're all pricks. You got to try and find the least prick out of the bunch that you want to fucking to succeed. But as it goes on, it's brilliant because none of them actually won the top job. They're all like, fuck this, but they're all like groomed into this fucking family of horror. It's crazy.
It's like anything like that that's really well written, and you're always thinking, oh, they're better, they're okay, you're on that one side, and they're all pieces of shit.
Yeah,
It's the best way.
the dynamics keep changing all the fucking time. You think this one's tight, and then it can't. It's just fucking a huge dynamic change. It's brilliant. But I think every episode is just a stroke of genius. Just brilliant, perfection, crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into it. But it's one of them things I'm gonna have to.
It's just time,
Find the
man.
time.
It's just finding
Yeah.
time to fucking get through shit.
With everything else, because stuff that I'm watching, there's a new episode every week, and then finding the time to sit down and really get into it. I reckon I'll burn through a couple of seasons once I get hooked into it. So they've done 3 of those, right? And then making the 4th.
Succession, I've done all 3. They're making the 4th. I think like the end of this year. I think they're starting to go full swing.
Nice.
But gotta be done. Gotta be done. I can't wait to fucking eat. I'm fucking
go and eat. Let's wrap it up.
We can wrap up.
We can wrap it up early. No worries, mate.
Hey, God bless the Queen. And if you're American,
I forgot.
No, like fuck. You don't make any jokes, guys. If you're American, you have no right to say our Queen.
I already forgot.
Fuck the lot of you. And she's dead.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it before and you've made it this far, which I doubt, press subscribe and all that. It does help. And everyone that is watching, if you press like on YouTube as well, it will thumbs up. That'll be good as well.
Yes.
Let's go eat. Should we end this thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Any final thoughts?
May the Queen rest with the previous dead dragons. That's all I gotta say. And may the future dragons reign supreme.
Yeah. I hope she comes back as a zombie with Jimmy Savile.
I agree. Yeah.
All right. The end.
Bye.